Hey guys, I'm so excited to share this video with you all. This has been something I've been wanting to do for a while and I wasn't sure how to go about it, but I finally decided I'm just going to do it and give this vegan/vegetarian keto diet a go. Now, I do have some big news. I am actually starting to eat eggs again after 4 years of being vegan, and I am still being everything else that I eat is vegan. The only thing I'm doing is adding eggs back into my diet, and the reason is because I found that I'm just constantly tired, constantly exhausted, and no matter what I do, I'm still feeling tired. And one of my friends who was vegan for about 4 years as well, and she said that she went and just included eggs in her diet and she said she felt 10 times better. She's vegan too, she just eats eggs as well. So I thought I'd trial that out and see how it goes for me. So I have decided to eat eggs, not dairy, not cheese, not anything else, not meat or anything, simply just eggs. And I source them from a really good farm locally where I live, and I can see how they're raised and see how they're cared for and know that they're ethically cared for. So that is why I also choose to eat eggs. I wouldn't buy them from anything else where I didn't know they were cared for properly. So that is my big news. So I have started including eggs. It's just a trial period to see how I feel after a few months of including them, just to see if my nutrients do boost, because maybe I'm not receiving those nutrients from the food I'm eating, or my body just isn't able to absorb them as well from the foods. So we'll see how that goes and I'll let you know in a few months' time. But yeah, going back to this video, I'm going to be following a mainly vegan but a little bit vegetarian in terms of eating of eggs in some of the meals that I'm having keto diet. So I'm going to be doing that for 1 month, so 30 days. So today is the 1st of June. If you guys can see that, it is Monday the 1st of June, so what better day to start this off on a Monday as well, by starting on the 1st of June and going the full 30 days till we get to the 1st of July and seeing how I go. Now, I do have results because I weighed myself on a body composition scale, not just your normal scale where it just simply tells you your weight, because I feel like that's really inaccurate. You don't know what you're really dealing with there, and I really want to focus on fat loss percentage. So these are my results at the moment. I'll write them on the screen for you all so you can actually see them. But basically, my weight is 65.7 at the moment. My total body weight percentage is 32.3%, and it should be between 21% and 33%. My body water percent is 47.9, and it should be between 45 to 60%. My muscle mass is 42.2 kilos. I'm not entirely sure in terms of what the healthy range is, it didn't say, but I presume I want to up that throughout the month, so I'm going to try and focus on muscle building. So I'll be doing some more strength classes, some more weights to help build my muscle mass. My BMR metabolic age, now this really upset me. So I'm 23 years old and my metabolic age is 33. Like, I'm 10 years older than my age. My body is 10 years older. Oh! This morning was not the bringer of good news. I must say, I was like, but then the rest of my family weighed in and they're all younger, so it's just me. I'm just the one that's 10 years older. I was like, oh my goodness. So that is such a motivator for me to really stick to this, as well as you guys. You guys can keep me on track. So I'm really hoping to drop that down by the 1st of July. My bone mass was 2.3 kilos, but the healthy range for me is 2.4 kilos, so I was just about 100 grams below. So hopefully through running is a big one that I'm going to be doing a bit more of, because I've kind of let that go over the past few years. So I'm going to get back into running every week. And you want to be really careful of bone density, because that in future, as you get older, you want to really ensure you keep your bone density quite strong, because that's how you prevent getting osteoporosis and brittle bones later on, which is really important. And to top it off, to finish off, is my visceral fat is at a level 2, and the healthy range for me is between 1 and 12. So I'm at the pretty low range, which is good, but I'd like to drop it down to 1. So hopefully over the month I'll be able to be at the lowest level, which is a 1. So fingers crossed, all goes well. I will be eating my first keto meal for the month at 12 p.m. or 11 to 12, because I'm doing the intermittent fasting still. Fasting's so good for the body. It's really, like, so many benefits, which I'll go into in another video. But yeah, so my meals will be between 11 till 7 or 12 to 8. Though I did hear from my naturopath that she said the best thing to do in terms of eating is to eat your last meal 3 hours before you go to bed, so your body has time to properly digest it and it's not sitting kind of idly in your stomach or in your digestive system, and it doesn't become stored as fat. Alrighty, so I'm going to see you guys at 11, 12ish, probably 11 because I'm super hungry already, for the first meal of the keto diet. I will be sharing vegan keto recipes and vegetarian in terms of some will have eggs in it, but I will share vegan alternatives as well. So it's about 1 o'clock now, so 1 p.m. I actually left my lunch a little late, so I was going to have it, like I said, at 11:30, 12. However, I got carried away with video editing, so I just lost track of time, so I just stopped editing halfway through one of my videos. I'm like, I'm just going to make some lunch because I'm actually feeling a bit lightheaded because I have left lunch so late and I haven't drunk too much today, which is just not starting off so great. This has not been a great start to this keto thing, so I'm really focusing on being better. So I made this delicious egg skillet type dish, which I got from this awesome Keto Simple cookbook because I'm actually kind of learning keto as I go. So I have 3 different books with me right now that I'm using, and I'm just reading through each one as I go and looking at the different recipes and also the information part at the start of the books that they share on different like keto tips and what's okay to eat and what's not okay. So I'm so excited to have this. I'm so hungry. Oh, this is the first time I'm actually trying coconut yogurt in the savoury way. Usually I have it with fruits and things. So I will be sitting enjoying the rest of my breakfast, which is now lunch, which is now afternoon tea as well, while I get stuck into this one. I'm actually reading this one at the moment because this probably has the most info at the start. This is the keto book, by the way, the keto diet. I'll link all these recipes and different books down below that I use. So this is the one that I've been reading at the moment, and it's just got a whole heap of information at the start and then has some awesome recipes at the end, which I'll be checking out. I've just been sticking to the vegetarian recipes in this one so far, but I will explore the other ones as the month goes on. The next few ones will be vegan, or the next one I'll be showing you will be vegan. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Good evening guys, so it is about 6:30 now and I'm just about to have my dinner, so my cauliflower soup, and then I also made a little keto bircher from the global vegan cookbook that I've mentioned in the past, and it's so easy to make. You just do it the night before and it's all good to go in the morning, so such an easy thing to do. So I'll be having that about 11 or 12 tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much wraps up for tonight. I must say first day was better than I thought. I was really hungry before I got to my first meal of the day, which you guys saw earlier. Then after I had that, it was pretty good. I felt a bit sick. I think I ate a bit too much in that one meal, so I might have to turn it back again tomorrow. But I must say, one of the big perks about eating lots of fats is that I wasn't hungry, and I'm still not really that hungry even now. Like, it's been about 5 hours or 6 hours now, and that's a long time, and I haven't felt hungry at all. So it's really filling. Like, those meals keep you full for quite a long time, which is fantastic. I think that's one of the perks of doing keto, is that you do tend to eat a little less because you're fuller for longer, because those fats take a little longer to break down than, say, the carbs. That's pretty much the end of day 1, so yeah. We made it through, so on to day 2 tomorrow. Hey guys, so it is day 2. It's about 6:30 p.m. at night. I've had my keto bircher muesli for lunch because honestly, I still tell you, I haven't been feeling hungry at all today. Even waiting from, which I finished my meals last night at about 7. So by the time I ate again, it was about 12. And I wasn't hungry all morning. Like, I didn't even need to have a tea or anything to help sustain me till lunch. I was completely fine, wasn't hungry at all, which I was pretty proud because I'm like, usually I'm really hungry, and I still have not been very hungry ever since lunch. And then I had my last meal of the day, which was my leftover cauliflower soup. So my goal this week is to drink 3 bottles of my 32 ounce, which is like 900 and something mils of water each day, because I found that's probably a great way to help boost my water intake consumption. So tomorrow I'll get started on making a few new recipes. Yeah, see you guys in the morning. Good morning guys, so it's day 3. I had my tea and stuff this morning, so I was feeling a little bit more hungry than I usually am, especially because I woke up early. I woke up at 5 AM today for gym and to get started earlier in my day. Since I do that a few times a week now, I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on having lunch soon, but it's only like 9:30. So by the time I get to 11:30, I'll get started on my meals and I'll share those with you guys. So for afternoon tea, I'm going to be making this Nutella breakfast smoothie. So it looks really good. I was like, oh, I'm going to give that a go. The ingredients include 2 large eggs. So you're actually using raw eggs in this recipe. You can omit this and make it vegan if you don't want to use the eggs. And just swap out the whipping cream, which is what I'm doing, for coconut cream. And I'm going to be using that instead. But if you don't want to have the eggs in there, just leave them out. But I'm going to try them today. But they do have a tip on pasteurizing the eggs to make sure that any bacteria that could be harmful has been killed. So I'll show you guys how I'm going to do that. That's so cool. Oh, thank you. So I have my 2 eggs here. So all I'm going to do is I've got to heat up some water in a saucepan. So just enough water in the saucepan that it will cover the eggs. You're going to heat that up to around 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 60 degrees Celsius. And then using a spoon, you've got to slowly place the egg into the saucepan of the hot water and leave it in there for about 3 minutes to kill the bacteria and take it out again. So I'm going to do that, and then you do the same with the other egg as well. Smile, guys. It's a video. Good morning guys, so it has finally reached like the end of the first week. Oh, what a great week it's been too. I feel like once you get through the first week, you're like pretty good then. I must say it was pretty hard towards the end of the week. I was getting hungrier and hungrier. I also found that my anxiety was spiked like this whole last week. I just felt super anxious and I didn't know why. So I think that was a big part to play perhaps. I'm not entirely sure if it was that or just me being anxious. I'm not sure. But I feel like it was definitely influenced by that because I felt a lot more anxious than I usually do. And they did say there's like a period of when your body's transitioning over. So going from, you know, eating carbohydrates as like your main thing to eating fats as your main source of food. And sometimes because your body starts using up the fat in your body, you can go through a detox where you kind of get like the toxins that were stored in that fat are released, so you do feel really sick and you feel really tired, or you feel just not very good. And I think that was playing a part for me as well, just having that sort of toxin release in my body, which is a good thing overall, but you just feel really sick at the time, and I think that was playing a part with my anxiety. But yeah, so the first week was good. I do think I'm just really happy to have gotten through the first week, because I feel like that was really challenging. Towards the end of the week I was like, I just want to have pancakes, I just want to have all this like delicious food that I'm seeing, but I can't have it because it's super carby, and like I'm staying strong, I'm gonna keep doing this. Anyway, I thought I'd share with you guys what I'm going to be making for tomorrow, because I'm going on a picnic with my friends because it's a long weekend in Australia. So I thought I would make these delicious lemon cakes. I'm going to make it a dairy-free vegetarian version. The only reason it's vegetarian is because it has an egg in it, but you can swap it out for a flax egg if you guys prefer. So feel free to vegan it up if you want to. So I'm going to make this for the picnic tomorrow because it's like a keto dessert rather than me snacking on other things that my friends are bringing. So I thought I'd bring this along so I can actually enjoy something at the picnic without just having to eat, so, my healthy fruit or something there. So I'm going to cook that up. I thought I'd show you guys the recipe because it looks super delicious in case you guys want to try it out yourself as well. So to begin with, you want to preheat your oven to 150 degrees Celsius, which is around 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But if your oven is fan forced, you want to preheat it to 130 degrees Celsius or 265 degrees Fahrenheit. So it'll be a bit different. Then you want to grab yourself a oven-proof saucepan or just an oven-proof dish that you can put into your oven that's filled with water. And this will just help the cake to stay fluffy and prevent it from drying out. They're ready! I'm so happy with them. They look amazing. Oh, I can't wait to eat them tomorrow. Oh, how spongy they are. And they smell absolutely incredible. You can smell the lemon zest in them. Oh, I love lemon like dessert things. It's like one of my favorite things. So they're pretty much done. I'm going to let them cool and then pop them away. They last up to 1 day just at room temperature, and then you can keep them for up to 5 days in the fridge in an airtight container. You can serve them with some like whipping cream if you're not vegan or anything. I'm going to serve them with some coconut cream. Just put like a little dollop on top, just like they do in the picture just here. But yeah, this marks the beginning of week 2. Woohoo! We're going strong. Good morning guys, so it is officially the end of week 2. We're on the Sunday. I'm not entirely sure what date it is, hold on. It is the 14th of June and it's 8:12 a.m. in the morning. This week I didn't film as much because a lot of the recipes that I made were the same as last week. I was like, oh, I just can't keep the same thing going because I had a good routine. So I made a lot of the same foods. I definitely noticed a drop in my anxiety this week, which was nice. I felt a little bit better. I've definitely noticed that I just am not hungry during the day again. Like I'll eat my meal at say 11, 12ish and then I won't eat again until 6 at night for dinner. Like I'm just not hungry. I have a lot of water and things because I found I am quite thirsty. Also my energy levels have been so much higher. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm not nearly as tired. I remember I was waking up and I just would feel like I hadn't slept. I'd feel just as tired as I did the night before. I didn't feel refreshed, but I just feel so much better now. Getting up, I'm actually awake. I feel more energized. I'm not so tired, not so fatigued. I can make it through the day without needing to nap or feeling just run down. I feel like quite fine by the afternoon. Oh, I forgot to mention, yes, you guys might have noticed I cut my hair during the week as well. I got rid of all the dead ends at the bottom. So I've decided I'm starting to grow it out again, but I'm doing it properly this time. I didn't cut my hair in like 2 years, so every 6 months now I'm going to get it trimmed to help it grow longer but keep the ends still nice and healthy. I have a few different recipes that I'm excited to share with you guys this week. I found a recipe for keto bread as well, which I'm really excited to try. That is pretty much my update for today, and I'll see you guys again soon for my recipe shares. So today is Tuesday. I was going to say Wednesday, I was a day ahead of myself. So it's Tuesday today of week 3, and I'm going to show you guys this keto bread recipe that I've been wanting to make for ages. I just didn't have all the ingredients, but I do now, so I'm very excited to share with you. I have my little friend over in the background. She may be tweeting again today, so sorry about that. She just loves company, and I think she just loves chatting. She's a very vocal bird. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys this keto bread recipe, and I thought I'd pair it today with some tomato soup. And what I've loved doing with soups recently, since making the cauliflower soup a couple weeks ago, I've loved putting coconut cream, like once the soup's been heated, and just stirring that through. Oh, it is so nice. It makes it so creamy, and it's good because you get the extra fats from the coconut cream. Now, I'll be using the eggs in my keto bread recipe today, but you can make it vegan by just using a flax egg again. And it takes like a few minutes to whip up. It's really, really quick. So I'll be having some of that keto bread with some soup. I'm having that as my lunch today. It's about 11:30 now, so it's finally getting down to having a normal eating pattern rather than eating at like 3 p.m. So you're going to need 2 bowls today, one for the wet ingredients, one for the dry ingredients. So I'm going to start off by pouring all the dry ingredients into one bowl and then mixing them together. And going into my second bowl and putting all the wet ingredients in here and mixing that together. Alrighty, so I have separated the 2 wet and dry ingredients, so I'm just going to mix them together now. Then I'm going to combine the wet with the dry ingredients, mix it together, and then just let it set aside for about 5 minutes. So let's get mixing. So I'm just using my normal egg here, but this is where you would combine the water and the flax egg. That would be your sort of egg mixture. Alright, let's pour those wet ingredients in and mix that up as well. There we are, all mixed together, so I'm just going to set that aside over here just for 5 minutes. So it's been about 5 minutes, so it's pretty much set now. I'm going to pour it into a ramekin dish. Now, I don't actually have a proper ramekin dish, and you're supposed to divide it into 2, but I just have the one microwavable one. So I'm just going to pop the whole thing into here, or as much of it as I can. Then microwave it on high for 2 to 3 minutes. But the thing is, you have to check it every 30 to 60 seconds to make sure that you don't overdo it, because then it becomes really dry. But if it does end up too dry, you can just rehydrate it again by pouring evenly just 1 tablespoon over the top. And then once you pour the water on, you pop it back into the microwave for about 30 seconds and it's all good to go.
She's coming to check what food
you
got.
She keeps eating my food. So it keeps for up to 1 day just at room temperature. For 5 days if it's in the fridge, or for 3 months in the freezer. And Emma, get out of my thing.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to see where it was in it.
So I popped my mix in the ramekin dish. Now, you don't have to microwave it. Say if you don't have a microwave, you can actually bake it. Just pop it in at 195 degrees Celsius, which is 380 degrees Fahrenheit. Or if you have a fan forced oven, it's a bit different. It's 175 degrees Celsius and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you just bake it for 15 minutes in the oven, and then it's ready to go. So I'm going to pop this in the microwave for the 2 to 3 minutes, checking every 30 to 60 seconds to make sure that I don't overdo it. And I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's finished. I'm very excited to have it with my soup. So the bread is ready. Woo! It looks so good. All set, all ready to go. I cooked it for the full 3 minutes, but you guys can just adjust it if you think it needs to be taken out earlier. I'm just going to flip this onto my plate. Let's see how this goes. And I can show you guys what it looks like from the bottom. So, ooh, oh, it's hot. So that is it. Ta-da! Oh, yum. Ooh, so good. You know, I just have my bread just here to pair with it. Oh, what a great meal. Hey guys, so it is officially the end of week 3. We're heading into our last week of vegan, vegetarian, keto. I'm actually really excited. This week was probably the easiest out of all of the weeks that I've actually been doing this, I found that I was my least anxious, which was good. So maybe this toxic load is sort of dropping now. I feel more energetic, which is amazing. I've been doing a lot more running this week as well. I think I ran about 5 times this week, and I feel more energetic when I'm going out running, which is a big change. Before I just kept feeling tired just all day, every day. So it has been so wonderful to actually have some energy. Some days I'm a bit hungrier than others. So when I get up early for work, so I've started back at work, so I get up about 5. I get a bit hungry by about 7:30, 8, but I usually just have a tea or some lemon water or just some water in general, and I'm pretty much fine after that until about 11:30, 12, and then I have my meals from there. I've actually loved snacking on dark chocolate, so 85% dark chocolate I usually get from Loving Earth has been my little treat most nights. I've just loved snacking on that. It's been such a go-to, and it's something I look forward to all day. It's a pretty good option because it's low sugar, no dairy, and just delicious in general. So yeah, that's pretty much my update for the end of week 3. Let's get kickstart on week 4, and I'll see you guys at the end of it to see how the results are. Alrighty, so the results are in. So there has been some improvement, which I'm just like, yes! Oh, and I can actually go and have some carbs now, which I'm so excited. Do you know what I'm going to do to celebrate? I'm going to go have pancakes at my favourite cafe, and I'm so excited. So that is on my agenda today. So I'm going to go do that, but I have decided, because of the results and because of how good I feel from doing that, I'm actually going to continue doing it. So I'm going to do about 5-6 days a week of eating vegan, vegetarian, keto, and then the other 2 days can be my splurge days. So I'll share with you guys what the results were. So before I was 65.7 kilos in weight, and now I'm 64.6. So I lost 1 kilo, about that, a bit more than 1 kilo, 1.1 kilos in weight, which was awesome. Over a month it's a bit low, considering you could probably lose a bit more just exercising more and things. However, that was one thing I didn't do very much, was be consistent with my exercise. I'd run a few days a week. That one week where I think it was the 2nd weekend or 3rd weekend, I was pretty good with my running. But other than that, I was a bit slack going to the gym and things, so I could improve the results by going to the gym and exercising more, which I'll be doing. I'm going to start getting my butt to the gym and go a bit more often. And then for body fat, I was 32.3%, and now I am 31.7% body fat, so I actually lost some fat in that, and I'm 48.2% body water, so it's gone up. And for muscle mass, I was 42.2 kilograms before, and now I'm 41.8. So I think I've dropped a little bit, and that was because I haven't been doing much strength classes or anything like that, really kind of putting on muscle. So understandably, so I will go and improve that over time. And then my bone mass has dropped a little bit too. It's dropped about 100 grams. So I was 2.3 kilos before, and now I'm 2.2 kilos. And my metabolic age has changed, so I've gone from 33 to 31, so I'm almost back in the 20s, which is so good. And I think when I continue doing this each month, I'll weigh in and see how I go. I'm hoping to drop down to 23 again, my actual age. But yeah, overall it's been some improvement, so I'm actually really happy about that. And I feel so much more energetic. That's probably one of the biggest things. I actually feel not tired all the time now, which is like a huge change, because before, I was on struggle street. Today's huge shout out goes to Sarah Bispy. Thank you so much for commenting on my fruit roll-ups recipe video. I'm so glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. If you make it yourself, please do let me know how it goes for you. I will be sharing more flavor variations on fruit roll-ups in the future. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and for commenting on my videos, guys. It means so much to me. I'm so glad you enjoy them, and to receive the love from you guys. It means so much. You guys are so supportive, and I really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you guys in my future videos. Bye.